along here. What's up YouTube, Baby Andy back again, and we are going to finish Super Mario Bros. 3, which is a deceptively tricky game, and I am going to show you the easiest and quickest way through it. So, yeah, Mario Bros. 3 came out on the NES relatively late on for the NES lifespan, and it is most people's favourite NES game, with good reason. I think it's hard for me because I love the Castlevania games so much, but I would probably have to admit that this is right up there. I mean, it's such an ambitious game for the NES. It's huge for starters. Yeah, it's got 8 worlds and massive overworld maps and loads of different levels and loads of different Mario suits, and it's such an ambitious game. And yeah, it plays really, really well. And the thing that this has for me over Mario World, although I would probably say I prefer Mario World, the thing this game has is it has a bit of difficulty. Mario World can be finished very, very easily. I mean, slightly less easily if you want to get all the levels. And I suppose it's that kind of hidden aspect of Mario World. It's just very, very refined, and yeah, that's why I prefer it over 3. But 3, yeah, fantastic Mario game. And definitely gets difficult later on, as yeah, we shall see. So, the quickest way through this Mario game, like so many of the early Mario games, is to use warp zones. Now, this game doesn't have warp zones as such. It has whistles that you use, and they allow you to skip through levels. So the first one is hidden here on this block. You probably all know it. It's the classic hidden bit. Basically, what you have to do is duck down on that block for like 5 seconds, and he drops through to the background and lets you through to here, where Toad will give you the first whistle. Now, you don't want to use that yet. You've got to save that. The next thing you do is, I think we'll go to this mushroom house, pick up a power-up of some description. It'll be worth it for in a minute, because later on you have to go to, when you go to World 8, some of World 8 is really, really difficult, and yeah, if you've got a few extra suits, they can come in handy. Right, to get the next whistle, you enter the first halfway castle, and you need to have a leaf, a raccoon suit. However, I do think there's one on the level should you not enter it with one. I'm not anywhere near as well practiced on this game as I am some Mario titles, so I might struggle a little bit later on. Also, there's a castle that I can never remember the route through that I've not actually played in quite a while, so hopefully we can like muddle along. Should probably have rehearsed this. Alright, yeah, sorry, I was chatting away. So, as you saw, I flew over the roof and grabbed the whistle from there. Now I've got 2. So if you have a toot on the first one, you'll be whisked away to the warp zones. And now if you use your second one, as you can see at the moment I can get access to World 4. Use the next one and it will whiz you all the way to World 8. So this is obviously the route you would go if you were trying to speedrun it. You have now missed out like loads of awesome game. This game's got some really brilliantly designed levels. Anyway, so first thing to do is take on this tank thing. Alright, so yeah, these levels are quite tricky. I probably won't be talking much through this, mainly shit because of that. Yeah, these cannons, they are I'm getting absolutely slaughtered here. They fire so many of these bullets at you, so you really got to pay attention. Which is what I shall just do for a minute to get through this level. Watch out for those dickheads as well popping up, they're really annoying. It wouldn't be so bad if the screen wasn't chasing you, but yeah, it's obviously forcing you along. There's a level coming up where the screen goes like twice as fast as this, and it's that was so close. Yeah, the screen goes like twice as quick. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. can't decide whether I find it much more difficult or easier playing whilst making a video. Like sometimes I seem to play a bit better if I'm chatting, other times it like ruins my concentration. I'm really not sure. So I hope, we're coming towards the end of that now. Whoa, just ate one from the biggest cannon on the whole level. Down the pipe, get out of it. Oh yeah, they give you a nice boss at the end as well, so you need to on there. Right, so that's the first boat down. Progress so far, not bad. I think the next one is kind of tricky. So these two pipes above us, after you get a certain way, they allow you to get to the final boss, or the final castle, really, really fast. So that's good. So yeah, you can die a few times. This is a bit risky. Whoa. Yeah, if you die a few times on the, let's say, the last castle or whatever, it's not the end of the world. You can get straight back there through the pipes. As long as you go, you've got so far. I find the best thing to do along here is to watch the right of the screen, so you're sort of on top of what's about to fire at you. Oh shit! Whoa! I'm in full, I'm in full panic mode at the moment. Making a right move of it. Now then, hopefully, that will be more or less the end of the level, I think. You don't want to get hit by that last one. Yeah, you have to do a boss, but he's one of the fairly easy ones. Really annoying though if you get through all that shit and then die on him. Right, that's the second boat tank thing out of the way, which should unlock that pipe. Cool. Bomb slide was a good addition to Mario, wasn't it? Definitely. Okay, so you've got to run along this gauntlet thing here between these flames. Now, the levels that are here, you don't necessarily have to do them. As you go along, a hand can grab you, or it might not. So we shall see. There we go. So the middle one's got me. These levels aren't too bad. They're just kind of a pain because you have to redo them every single time. If you die. But it's funny, sometimes you can run along that gauntlet and don't get grabbed at all. But obviously the advantage to getting grabbed is you can grab a leaf or whatever at the end of the level, which can be pretty helpful. Whoops. I think I should have just kept moving then. Whoa. Oh, it's on now. He says, running away. Alright, next one down. So, I believe this is the boat that is pretty difficult. Okay, so I just carked it absolutely horribly on this level. So this is the harder one that moves at a real pace. And there's loads of those things throwing stuff at you. I've decided to use a feather because, as I remember it, it's a fair bit easier with the feather this one. Because you can control the speed that you fall at with the raccoon tail. So let's see if we have any luck doing it this way. The trick a lot of the time is to let them throw, or ignore the advice you're giving yourself and just jump. Yeah, sometimes if you let them throw before you jump, you avoid their the projectile, and I'm going to get hit there. Shit. Again, not listening to my advice. It's all good. We are through the worst. Still time to die on this boss though. Every single time they make you a bit tense, even though they're a piece of cake. Yeah, you don't really don't want to die there. Okay, so that is 3 of the boats out of the way, and I believe that now unlocks the route to the final levels. You don't have to worry about redoing any of that. This is level 8-1 proper, and it can be a little bit annoying this level. I did just do a calamity, throw myself down a hole. Yeah, it's not too bad. There is one jump in particular that I find quite awkward. We'll get to that in a minute. I shall show you it. Fortunately, there is a small mercy that there's an extra life early on in the level, which is extremely handy because it means as long as you can make it to that life each time, then you're not actually going to use up lives dying on the level as a whole. Now this next jump here can be a little bit irritating because often these cannons that I'm stood on fire the exact second you jump, they fire. And this jump too coming up, I hate this jump. You're supposed to use this music block, I assume, but for whatever reason I just can never get the trajectory right. So what I tend to do is I try to tempt the top cannon into firing. You don't want the bottom one to fire because that makes it impossible. You can, you can get just the top one to fire, and then I tend to bounce off that bullet bill. He says, yeah, struggling a bit. That might be right. Yeah, that'll do. We'll take that. All right, 8-1 dealt with. I'm glad that's out of the way. So 8-2 is yeah, it's a pain in the arse actually, this one I think. There's a sun chasing you around, you know, one of those really aggressive ones, and yeah, we use a leaf, I think. I don't know that we need to, but it's probably worth it. Okay, so it's all a bit Grand Indian, this one. Whoa. Now the trick with the sun bit that's coming up is ignore it. Just focus on your platforming, don't worry about that sun. He won't hit you on this bit, I don't think. Shit. Don't think I really want to be bump sliding down that. So aggressive. Right, that's level 2 out of the way, that's good. Now, what we got now is like an interim castle, which is really confusing to find your way through. I'm shocking actually at finding my way through it. Hopefully I can sort of bundle my way through now. Alright, so this is the halfway castle. Now, this level itself isn't too bad. The only problem with it is, it's one of those ones where you have to find your way. The route isn't shit. Fuck. That was terrible. Right, the route isn't obvious, so you have to figure it out. Now the problem here is, without a mushroom, I can't break the blocks I need, so I'm going to have to go and get one from somewhere. Alright, it's a bit of a messy route I'm going here, but it's alright. So now, with a mushroom, good news is I can get flour as well now. Take an extra hit. Yeah, now with the mushroom you can break through this like H-shaped thing here, avoiding the fireball. Yeah, oops. Oh, I'm having a stinker on this castle. Hopefully this doesn't carry on into the final one. Dodge the form. Always get the the leaf. Now, what you got to do here is hit the P and leg it. And get through that door, because that door disappears if you don't. If you don't get there in time. Should be another P in here. Yep. Hit that, and then no, not that one. You want that door up on the far right. And this, when that P's finished doing its thing, this conveyor belt will start up. You can duck down, and you will be on the final boss. Bloody hell! I nearly missed the duck then because I was talking. Yeah, so this is the boss of the halfway castle. He's alright. He's one of the easy ones. Sort him out. Awesome. So now all that is left to do to finish Mario 3, you've got one more boat, which is nowhere near as hard as one of the other ones we've done in the past. And yeah, the final castle, which is okay as well. Bowser can be a little bit of a difficult boss, but he's all right. And now that that midway castle is out of the way, we can get back to the boss, the final boss, really quickly. So yeah, you're through the worst of it now if you've got to this point. Yeah, so here's the lead up to the final castle. I love the final castle, it looks cool. As I say, you've got to deal with this sort of ship tank thing first. It's, to be honest, way easier than that. I've got a really good habit of doing that, like saying something's going to be a piece of cake and then getting hit immediately after. But yeah, this one isn't. There we go again. It's not. It's not as bad, honestly. But I am going to concentrate now. Always that much tenser when you've not got a mushroom, isn't it? I was really hoping that was going to be the end of it. I think it must be nearly. Yeah, we're there. Awesome. So, yeah, again, oh bugger, there's a boss. Get on his ass straight away. Yeah, so now that's done. It's done for good. That won't be there if you die and continue, so that's cool. And all that is left to take on now is the final castle. Okay, so this is the final castle, and yeah, on the first bit, I've just remembered you need to leg it past those laser beam guys, otherwise you get killed instantly. And then take the elevator up and go to the right. Don't go through that door that's downstairs, it's the wrong way. This level isn't like some massive labyrinth as such, but it is possible to get lost if you're not careful. I have to say, I much prefer Mario when it's just platforming. I don't really like exploring levels and going through the wrong doors and all that shit. I like my, yeah, I enjoy the platforming aspects rather than anything else. I mean, to be fair, Mario games aren't exactly full of like exploratory-based platforming anyway, but yeah, I prefer the intricate jumping and you know all that stuff. So anyway, get the mushroom on the middle level, and then you need to tempt that thwomp to come out for getting on this block and dropping down and legging it right straight away so you don't fall. Now I think the trick to this level is, if at all possible, yeah, avoid those laser guys. Yeah, if at all possible, you want to get to the final boss, or certainly get near the final boss as Super Mario or with yeah, with a leaf suit. Okay, yeah, now this is the final boss through here. Now what he does is he fires a fireball or two or sometimes three at you, and then he tries to jump into you. And as he jumps into you, he destroys the floor, like so. Now the problem is, you never know how many fireballs he's going to throw. It can be one, it can be two, it can be three. Yeah, okay, I stood up too quick then, I got fireball. Anyway, the trick is, you've got to get him to drop through the floor. Okay, I've cut that a little bit fine, but it's all good. Hope I can tempt him to jump in here, that'd be ideal. And there we go. That is Mario 3 finished pretty rapidly. Obviously, I've warped like 90% of the game. That's the quickest route through. I definitely suggest playing through the entire thing, or certainly, you know, only using a couple of warp whistles, because there's some really excellent levels in the game. Yeah, here's the princess. It's pleased to see us. So guys, thanks very much for watching another Let's Play, Let's Finish. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you haven't finished Mario 3, this helps you get through it. And I will see you next time. Take care guys, bye bye.